everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the Power Rangers SPD Shadow Ranger and SPD Omega Ranger with Uniforce cycle from Hasbro. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. The SPD Shadow Ranger looks really cool. I love the head. These little fins are neat and awesome. We also have this little thing that has, I think, SPD on it. It's really hard to read for me, but I'm going to guess it says that. Maybe some alien language. We also have the dog on here, indicating his true identity in a way. We have the 100 on here. Pretty neat. Or 00 with a, I don't know if it's a 1 or not. Anyways, we have some cool, interesting SPD writing over here. Another dog over here, and another dog over here. We have some nice color blocking with the sort of metallic blues sort of going around the figure and looking nice. We have SPD down here as well. A lot of good marketing for this guy, for the SPD at least. He looks great with this little line going down all the way to the legs. These greaves look really cool, and it just looks nice. It's a cool figure. It's very simple and somewhat plain, but it gets the job done and looks great. The only thing is the red could be, I think, a little bit like redder, like a brighter red instead of this kind of sort of dull red. If it was a brighter red, it would be a little bit better and more eye-catching, but it looks nice as is and very cool. It has a good design language that doesn't really obtrude so much, and it isn't really that obtrusive. It's nicely done and pretty simple and sleek. As far as accessories goes, he comes with a shadow saber that's pretty cool. It's got a wolf on the front. That's amazing. Looks really cool. Got some red on the blade and the blade silver. Very malleable and bendy, so it's kind of iffy. He also comes with a fist that's pretty good. It's your regular old fist. The hand moves up and down, you know, this kind of way. And then this one moves up and down as well, which is pretty cool. And the knocking motion, they look really nice, the hands, but the sword is much better and way cooler. He also comes with a swirly twirly effect to put around the shadow saber. It's hard to put on. You may have to twist it around a bit, but getting it on is pretty okay and looks really cool. It's more of a water effect for me at least, so I might use it for that instead of this. When not in use, the shadow saber can be stored safely in the scabbard. Super. His other hands are a gesturing hand. It's a two-fingered point. Looks really cool and pretty nicely done. I like it a lot. You also have on this side a Delta Morpher hand that holds the Delta Morpher. Pretty cool. Very nicely done. Has a point to that too. And the Delta Morpher looks really cool. I like this a lot. It looks nice, looks very computery and computer chippy. Very cool. Comes in black with some gold writing. Really nicely done. He also comes with the Anubis Doggy Kruger identity head. That's pretty neat and looks awesome. I love the scales on it. I really love these webbed ears that are like fish-like. The hair is amazing and very awesome. A lot of tendrils on there. It looks very segmented and really cool. I thought this was going to be like a regular dog head. I forgot it was this weird amalgam of creature, beast, and all that. The eyes are creepy and interesting, very half moon. This is really cool and nice. Wow, that's awesome. Very neat head. As far as articulation goes, the head can go back this far, not really that much. Forward this far, pretty okay. Get some swivel over here and a tiny bit of pivot. You do get up this far and down all the way around. There is a butterfly joint going back and forth very nicely on that. You do get a swivel right over here and a double joint elbow that works pretty okay. I used to use this bicep before the Black Ranger existed to put it on the Black Ranger to give him the non-cuffed version, which is cool. You have a swivel over here, and we also have a swivel over here with a back and a forth and side to side. We also get a ab crunch back and forward this far. You do get splits this far, very nicely done. Inward, up, down, and a double knee. It is loose on this joint. We do get a swivel right over here, destroying this kind of, thing that kind of sucks right there. We do not get any swivel down here. We get some little bit of movement from this. This can actually come off, I think, if you heat the whole leg up. You get it down and up, and then a little bit of pivot. This is very hard rubber in a way, but it does give a little bit. And we have two peg holes at the bottom of the feet. Very nicely done figure. Looks really cool. Very sleek and simple, but I don't think it's my favorite of the Rangers in the entire line that I have. The SPD Shadow Ranger stands at about 6 inches tall, maybe 6¼ inches tall with those little ear pieces next to Jesse Hecht Creative. That double mask trick won't work on me. I knew you always want to be a Power Ranger, Shadow. Then again, I should have seen it in hindsight with your name being the Shadow Ranger and all, but still! Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. The SPD Omega Ranger looks really cool. The helmet is pointed and sloped on the back. You have a cool red piece over here. I thought it was an eye for a minute, but then I'm like, wait a minute, the eyes are in front. There's another dog little piece over here, which leads me to believe that I think he could be another dog person too, like Anubis. Pretty neat and cool looking. I'm not sure though. It's very interesting and weird. There could be something back here that would lead to a theory like that. I'm not even sure. From what I've read and heard, not being a Power Ranger fan, this guy is yet unknown. You don't even know who he is yet. I do like the colors though. The gold's nice, a little flat over here, not too good at least. This little metallic blue saves it though. It's wonderfully done. It looks great. The gold over here meshes well with it and adds a little bit of panache and color. This piece right here is slightly misaligned. Always, it's kind of a shame, but it's a nice figure. It looks pretty cool. Has some good adornments on it, and it's pretty fine, I guess. Not my favorite, but it looks really cool and reminds me of a lot of white and gold characters such as the Mighty Morphin White Ranger. So it kind of harkens back to that with a little bit of blue for panache and a little bit of the SPD flavor. The SPD Omega Ranger has a splayed out hand that's pretty neat. I like the deco on it. Looks really cool. It can swivel and then go up and down pretty nicely. He also has a splayed out hand that has an electrical effect attached to it. Really nicely done and pretty cool. It isn't the same kind of paint as the other one. The other hand was a little bit more pearlescent in a way. They don't really match fully, but they're still pretty cool and good looking. I love this effect and it's really nice. It's really super cool. You could swivel it and then hinge it and it's awesome. As far as articulation goes, the SPD Omega Ranger can go back this far, forward this far with the head, swivel around over here, a little bit of pivot right over there, up this far and down, and up this far and down with both. Not too great on this side. You get a butterfly joint going back, exposing some nice gold, and exposing more gold over here as well. You do have a swivel over here on this side, going up this far pretty nicely. You do get a swivel, and then up and down hinge for this, and then a swivel, and then an up and down hinge for that. You get a swivel over here, left and right, up and down, all the way around with a crunch back, crunch forward. You get splits over here and in, up this far and back this far, and double jointed knees that work out very nicely. We get some swivel up here, swivel down there. Swivel here does break this, so just be careful. It breaks the design, not the mold. We go down this far and up, and then pivot with 2 pickles above the feet. It looks cool, really nice. I'm just not really into this all that much. This piece right over here also goes up and down, and that's fine, I guess. I have no clue what it is. Is it like a pendulum or something? But it's a nice figure, and I like the colors. Just, I don't know, the design doesn't really catch my eye that much. He works better with his accessory, the bike. Bike, or at least Uniforce cycle. Really nicely done piece. It's beautiful. We have some nice white on here, a little bit of silver, gold. It matches his uniform quite nicely. Really cool. There's a stand on the bottom over here so he doesn't fall. There's some foot pegs over here and over here. We also get some handlebars here and here on this. I believe these are separate, so you had to push them in and make them work. We have SPD over here, a little fin for the front. We also have a wheel on the back. You can just wheel it, and the wheels do move pretty nicely. It's a really nice piece, really good looking and super cool. It's really awesome. There are screws on this side though, does knock a few points off, but from this side it looks really cool and ready to ride. Here's how the SPD Omega Ranger fits on his bike, and it's pretty awesome. You just easily put his hands on here, then assume the position for him, and he looks really great. He really has a nice look to him. Doesn't look really awkward at all. The butt kind of hovers a little bit on the seat. That's fine. It looks great, especially from this angle where there's no screw holes. I'm very happy about that. But yeah, ride on, ride. The SPD Omega Ranger stands at about 6 inches tall or so, and the Uniforce cycle stands at about 4.5 to almost 5 inches tall, and then it's around, I would say, 6.5 inches long or so, next to Jesse Hecht Creative. I found my bike! Overall, I find these figures to just be okay. I was never really attached to this season of Power Rangers, or any seasons for that matter. I mostly stuck to getting MMPR and 6th Rangers, which these are. I do think the Shadow Ranger looks really cool. I love the colors on him, as well as that sword is amazing. The effect could be a little bit better implemented though, and the sword could be a little bit better as far as the blade goes, but the hilt is fantastic. The Delta Morpher is really cool and looking nice. I like the accessories as far as the hands go. And the alternate head is a big surprise for me. I love that thing a lot. It's amazingly done. The Omega Ranger is really cool as well. Yes, it's your bog standard Ranger, but it has some nice white, blue, and gold accents. Looked really cool. A little bit of red on there. That matches the bike very well. The bike is pretty cool. I'm not a fan of how it only has 3 modes, stopping, and then one big wheel, and then the big wheel and the little wheel. Yeah, you can make it do a wheelie on the little one, but that would look too weird, I think. It's kind of a strange bike, and it's just odd to me. I do think these are good figures, but I personally am not the biggest fan of them. I do think these figures look really cool, but they aren't the figures for me. If they are for you, that's awesome, but I'll find my Space Patrol Delta somewhere else. So which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching and keep being creative. Stay tuned.